Hello, children. Are you ready for some cutting up and kikiing? Are you ready for a gay old time? Well, I hope you are, because now it's time for Hey Qween with your host, Jonny McGovern.
Hey Qween, come on and spill the tea. Hey Qween, it's just a good old-fashioned kiki. Hey Qween, we're cutting up with Jonny. Hey, 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 hey Qween.
Yes! Hello, my darling dandies, and welcome to another deeply divine episode of Hey Qween with me, your host, Jonny McGovern. Oh, we have an incredible show for you today. The multi-talented vaudevillian is lurking right around the corner. Yes, I'm talking about the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race, the always sumptuous Miss JINKX MONSOON is here! Yeah! Finally! Well, I can't wait to cut up and kiki with her. But before she comes rip-roaring out here, let me introduce you to the coffee in my cup of life, the jelly in my PB&J. She's like going on a hike. Lots of ups and downs, a lot of huffing and puffing, and if you don't pace yourself, you're gonna get out of breath, girl. It's Miss Lady Red Couture. Oh, well, hello, Queen.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good, grape juice.
Well, trying to be a little modest.
Oh, a little modest? Because your dress is so short that I can actually see your pussy right now. Are you wearing a pussy wig? Hold on. Are you wearing a pussy wig under there?
Call Merkin, son. I'm kidding.
Well, I always love when you are dressed in grape soda colors.
Like a slut, you know.
Like a slut.
It's fun. Yes.
And featuring an accessory and in the Lady Red way, the curtains from
Right.
season 2
Right.
on your shoulder. Yes.
You know, I'm a girl who likes to repurpose.
Oh, well, God bless. We can't let any sparkle go to waste around here,
Damn,
honey.
look at you. You look so cute.
Well, what can I say? Like a unicorn's butthole in my shirt. That's very nice. I'm a very classy person.
Yes, you are.
Well, your hair is looking big. It's good because it's a big show.
Yes.
So I'm glad that you doubled up the size of that hair.
Well, I was so grateful that Hollywood Wig sent me this. They
Oh.
was like, yes, we want you. And I was like, okay, guys.
They were like, oh, yeah. That's how it goes. Is that how a phone call with Lady Red goes? You're like, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I'm gonna need a wig. They're like, oh, girl, who's calling? Who's calling?
They know.
So they know who it is from that
sure
loud sound.
know, right?
Oh, we got our matching fans.
Yes.
And you're a ginger today in honor of our ginger guest star.
I wanted to give her the best welcome. So I would give her something that I would like for myself. Big, giant, gingery hair.
Wonderful.
Yes.
We got our gingery fans.
Yeah.
Will I remember how to open it correctly? Yes, I will.
Good job.
But you know what the thing is, Lady Red? It's a really big show. And I don't think this fan is going to do.
Okay.
I think JINKX MONSOON won
Yes,
Drag Race.
She sure did.
You have big hair. We got a big new season.
Yes.
I have this fan that's bullshit, man.
bullshit?
It ain't gotta work. But this show,
Okay.
JINKX won. She suffered. They all were mean to her. But she burst a fucking beard. We went on a cruise together.
Why are you yelling?
Because it's a big thing, and that's kind of my thing. We need to make it a bigger thing.
Okay.
So this fan, fuck that fan, Lady
Okay.
Red.
Like this man?
Gag on my hello God.
Oh my goodness.
And just in case it gets hot, I can really just fan it out.
I'm gonna need that.
This is gonna, like, I'll be like,
Yes.
JINKX, I hope you're gonna live up to this shade fan, bitch. You better have a lot of shade to throw. It's gonna be difficult to do the show like this. We'll be like, so Gene, tell me how everything's going. That's so wonderful.
So awesome.
Girl, I'm gonna give this to you and let you have this big ass fan for the whole show.
So beautiful.
But don't think you can keep it, because it has to go back on my man's wall. That's where it came from. Oh, all right. Well, before we get started, of course, we have to introduce our special little hummingbird.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Mr. Adam Joseph and the Go to Bed Wing.
Hey, hey.
the smooth sounds.
right.
Adam, do the go-to-bed wigs ever get jealous and you never give them any singing parts?
Oh.
Hey, they play the instruments, I do the singing, okay? I don't want to hear it.
That's right. Tell them, girl.
Wow.
Tell them to shut up. You got the most cunty bang piece of them all. All right. Well, look, it's a really big show today.
Oh.
JINKX MONSOON is here. Yeah! And we'll be right back after this very gay break. Hit it, Adam.
JINKX MONSOON, spill all the tea. We got JINKX MONSOON cutting up here on Hey Qween. Hey Qween.
It's a week of premieres at Hey Qween TV. Look at her.
Alaska. I have only the best feelings for Alaska. We do have this tendency of sleeping with the same guys.
Oh, really?
Like a week or 2 weeks apart.
Pimp my drag. Pimp my drag. Pimp my drag. Pimp my drag. Queen's English.
Work boots back and down.
Queen's English.
Learn it and learn it well.
Queen's English.
We're spilling all the tea. It's the
Queen's English. Hey Qween.
Yes, we're back. I've been waiting for this bitch to be on the show for a long time. We went on a cruise together. We had a great ass time that I didn't see her for years. But she is finally here. She won RuPaul's Drag Race. She's been killing it around the country, the Battle of Seasons tour, in her own show, The Vaudevillians, and in millions of other things. Yes, I'm talking about the diva herself, JINKX MONSOON.
JINKX MONSOON. Spill all the tea.
Yes.
JINKX MONSOON cutting up here.
Yes.
Let me do one more rotation.
One
There
more
we go.
rotation.
Oh, hi, Johnny.
Oh, well, there we go. You can use the lever on the side.
This is a deep couch, Johnny. I don't know who this was designed for. You know, corsets make everything so much more difficult.
you're right about that, honey.
I'll
Just
find a place to roost.
Get your
Hold on.
position. Get
Hold on,
your,
I got this.
show them what you got.
Yeah, I
Give
got
it to
this.
them.
There we go.
That is a very popular position for.
It's not a good angle, but it's a good position. There we
Get
go.
it in there.
It's all about angles. There we go.
That's a very high angle. I'm not sure you're in your light, but if that's what you want, that's how you can do it. Welcome to the show,
Hi, I'm
sweetheart.
so happy it's so long overdue.
I
Johnny.
know, honey. I have not seen you since we were on the 7 Seas together.
I know, and you were so buoyant back then.
Oh,
you know,
was I?
that's
know.
what I remember about
You just kept paddling and paddling, and then just like Jack and Rose, you let me sink in the water, and you went on to your victory.
It was a great cruise.
We did have fun.
We had so much fun. I had my Dutch husband with me.
You did.
You like a Dutch oven, but much more interesting. to keep
Your
around.
Dutch husband was very good, and everyone on the cruise
He's 6'7"
believed.
or something.
Yeah, he's
Can
very
you
tall.
believe
He's
it?
a supermodel.
I love really tall guys to make me look like a smaller, more petite, little delicate woman. You know, that's called throwing perspective.
Oh yes.
Just always make sure you're surrounded by giants, and then you look like a real little lady.
Well, that's why I have the largest drag queen in captivity with me to make me look smaller, right, Lady Red?
Shade.
I knew you would love that big ass fan, bitch.
I need this in
JINKX,
my life.
do you like Lady Red's red look specifically for you?
Absolutely. You know, I was surprised because the camera does not do her justice. You know, watching Hey Qween all the time, you don't really get to fully take in the experience that is Lady Red.
Yeah.
Rising up out of her makeup chair to greet you, you know, and all of a sudden she's this much taller than you. It's great.
Exactly.
People need to see her in person.
That's right.
Get her out there.
Well-
Book her out.
Well, she's going to be on the Drag Queens of Comedy tour this spring.
Oh,
She'll be there.
congratulations.
Praise the Lord for
Serving it.
rent. Hey!
Oh my good. Well, you look gorgeous, honey.
Thanks. You know, it only takes 4 hours.
Oh, just a
Anyone
little
could
natural.
look this good if you're willing to pull yourself in every direction and slather yourself with grease paint for hours. It's easier than it seems.
But of course.
No, it's not. It's terrible.
And Jinx, do you know Adam Joseph?
No, this is my first hi.
Because he actually wrote a song that you did with Manila, the Bring It song.
Bring it! Hey, thanks for writing that.
You're very welcome.
I love my little, it was a D'Antwoord style rap.
Yes.
Because when people think of me,
They think a rap.
Afrikaans rapping. Yeah.
Exactly. I have a lot of questions about your Afrikaans raps right here.
Absolutely, yeah. We can get into it.
So you just had a little bit of a break for the first
Yeah.
time in a million years?
Well, after my Christmas show every year, I try to fit in some downtime because in the spring we just start touring. I'll be going
Right.
on the Haters Roast tour with Peter and Murray, the
Wow.
Shady tour. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know
I don't
either.
even know who we're roasting. We're roasting everything.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to roast myself.
Well, probably the nicest option.
Well, no, it has the most material, you know. I'm plenty of material right here to joke about. I don't even need to talk about anyone else.
That's right. Forget it. And you got Battle of the Seasons again?
No, not this year. We're taking a little hiatus from Battle of the Seasons to build it up for next year.
Oh, really?
We've been
Okay.
doing that since my season of Drag Race.
Yeah, honey.
Oh my gosh, and every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And we go longer and longer without sleep or proper nutrition or washing our clothes.
Right.
I was talking to Lady Red about tour life, you guys. You guys see glamorous drag queens on stage, looking gorgeous, looking flawless. Wait until you go backstage and smell them. Okay, because even the best drag race winners can smell like a foot after 2 months on the tour.
Now, who-
Sharon. What?
Lady Red, open the big fan, I knew that
I
fan
just
would
put
come
words
in
to
handy.
what we were all thinking. That's what I do.
Now, who's been on that tour with you the most?
I would say it's me, Sharon, Alaska. We've been there from the very beginning. Mimi, I first was on it for a long time, had a lot to do with the conception. Pandora Box has been on it from the beginning. And back in the day, Battle of the Seasons was treated like a battle. You know, only once. We did it one night in New York and someone reviewed the show. Because reviewing a drag show, it's like, she came out, she lip synced, and then she left. B+, you know.
Where was the arc of the character in the Battle of the Seasons? Where was the battle happening?
Yeah, but it was reviewed as a battle. I won.
Oh, of
I
course
won
you
the
did,
battle
darling.
with my Sweeney Todd number. Have you ever heard that one?
Oh, which one?
Sweeney Todd, you know,
I know Sweeney
familiar?
Todd.
It's my
But
favorite
which
musical.
number from Sweeney Todd?
A Little Priest. You know, the one about the pies. That I sing. You know, I bring out the pies. I feed the people the pies. And then I reveal, it's twink, have a little twink. Is it really good? Yes, it's too good, I think. Then again, they don't often come with much fat, only where they sat, you know, like their butt. Bear is rather nice if you shave it twice.
Wait a minute! Lady Red, the kids are trying to kill me and eat me in a pie. So tell me about your new album. It's about to come out.
Yeah, well, we're hopefully it'll be out mid to late May.
Okay.
In time for summer.
Wonderful.
It's called The Ginger Snapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. Did you hear my last album?
Yes.
Did you listen to any
Yes,
of it?
of course, darling.
Well, that was very much, you know, my fantasy album. I was raised listening to Bette Midler in her bathhouse days. And I've always wanted to do kind of a concept cabaret album, you know, and the whole thing plays out like the night in the life of a boozy, broken down, you know, washed up actress.
JINKX MONSOON.
JINKX MONSOON. And this new album, we're taking a lot of inspiration from early No Doubt.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of ska influence.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's not a new concept, a drag queen doing a rock album. You know, we've got Jane County's been making rock music for decades.
She's the originator.
Yeah, and Mimi, I'm first did a rock album.
Yeah.
Adores music, has a huge rock influence. But this one's distinctly ska. If ska's still a thing, is ska still a thing?
I think it's always going to be a thing.
Horns. That's what the kids like these days, right?
Well,
Trumpets.
the kids love
Trombones.
Horns. Trombones is hot for millennials.
Yes. So yeah, I'm really excited. It's a little edgier from my last album, and but it's almost entirely original music by Major Scales.
So
and
Major
myself.
Scales still working on that with you?
He is absolutely, he's a huge part of what I do. I can't do it without him.
Right.
Because he's not just a pianist and he's not just a composer. He's got his whole own persona, and it's very hard, for a man doing male drag to stand, next to a drag queen on stage and not be completely overshadowed. And I try to overshadow him. I try to engulf him in every show, and he doesn't let me.
That's especially hard when, initially I'm sure everyone was coming to those shows to see JINKX MONSOON.
Yeah, well,
he has a lot to kind of push back against to get his own little bit of spotlight.
Yeah, but we've been working together for years. Like, we did the Vaudevillians for about, I'm just making sure boobs not falling out.
Get those boobs right, honey.
I'm free balling right now. I could put them that way.
Oh, yeah. They go everywhere.
Yeah, we worked together like for 4 years before Drag Race doing the Vaudevillians. We used to do it in this tiny little restaurant.
Yeah.
They built a little stage for us when we started drawing more people in. But it was this little restaurant. Wasn't doing great at the time, but every Thursday we would pack the house. Kids would just come in and listen to us do vaudeville covers of pop songs.
Right.
It was a hit. It's how I paid my bills for years.
Yeah.
And then after Drag Race, a lot of people, they just would, they wanted to see anything I was in after I won, and thank God for that, because we never would have sold so many tickets if I hadn't got on TV, Johnny. But I think the biggest shock for people when they come to see one of my shows is that on Drag Race, you got to meet Jarek, the artist behind JINKX MONSOON. I think you got to meet him a lot more.
Yeah, he was
than
mostly
JINKX MONSOON.
who you saw. It was Jarek dressed up in different looks.
Yeah, and then, there's always the challenges, so you're always playing specific characters for the challenges. But JINKX always has been and always will be a crass, foul-mouthed, bitter, jaded, horrible bitch,
Right.
And that's the way I created her, because it's my way to get out all my anger and frustration. It's the way I try to live a more positive life. It's like channel all of that into comedy, leave it on the stage, get out all my demons on stage, and then go back to being the quirky little video game playing stoner that I am.
Right. Now, you said in the past that after you won Drag Race, that was like a battle between, people are expecting the JINKX they saw on the show in the shows, and you're more likely to slap someone across the face and throw a drink, and you found yourself becoming more of an Oprahized version of JINKX for a little while.
Well, and that was important because I did kind of go on the water off a duck's back tour is what I call it.
Right.
It was like, the obligatory, hello, everybody, water off a duck's back, good evening, water off a duck's back, nice to see you, water off a duck's back, And I did that for a while. I gave the people, I believe in all the positive messages that I put forth, but JINKX loves to swear, and JINKX loves to talk about, dicks up her vagina and asshole, and I love abusing my audiences a little bit, because that's kind of why you go to a drag show.
That's more fun.
Who wants to go to a drag? I mean, the only drag queen I've ever seen do inspirational drag, and I'm talking like truly inspirational, where it makes you feel like you're going to leave this theater and start doing good work, Coco Peru. And it's still very entertaining. It doesn't get bogged down in the whole love yourself, love each other, be a good person. It's actually really entertaining, but also very positive. And she's fine doing that. She can keep doing that. I don't need to do that anymore.
No, you need that boozy bitch.
Yeah, I like being the boozy bitch. Because, JINKX was all based on certain traits of my mother that I always found very entertaining. But my mom's so shy, she never would have gotten on stage, so I brought her on stage inside of me.
Took it, plucked it, put it on stage, and did it.
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
was it your mom and your grandmother kind of influenced you as a performer?
My mom, my grandmother, and my Aunt Melissa, she was like a second mother to me from birth. She actually 100% believes that I was born unto my mother for her because she can't have kids. So she believed that the angels delivered me to my mom for her. And my mom has always had this whole omen complex around me because she said, I came out of her and they handed me to her and I looked at her like, oh my God, you're my mother. Apparently, I was a really sassy little bitch as a newborn. So.
Oh, not much has changed, darling.
No.
Well, let's take you back in the time machine for a little bit.
Sure. Whoa. I didn't know you had a budget.
We do. $5 for a sound effect. It was free. We stole the sound effect. There's no budget.
It was built in. It was here when we got here. The time machine was already here.
It was on premises
when we moved into the space.
Already. So now, tell me about growing up as little Jinx and like what were the things you were soaking up that eventually came out in your performing?
Well, I grew up in Portland, Oregon. Very queer place. Like, just embraces the uniqueness of life, and the newness of living. So it was really easy to come out at a very young age in Portland.
And when was that?
I came out in earnest around 14 years old.
Wow.
Probably, like everyone in my family knew. I think there was a running bet, not whether or not I'd be gay, but at what age I'd come out.
Okay.
But my family was great that way, like they truly... They prepared me for the world without squashing my individuality, which is because, we all want to say like, yes, let the kid wear a tutu to school and stuff, but you got to prepare the kid for,
Assholes.
Yeah, assholes
Yeah, exactly.
out there. They're everywhere. There's probably an asshole underneath you right now, and you don't even know it. So yeah, I came out at an early age. I started going to the Sexual Minority Youth Resource Center.
Well, thank goodness for that.
I know, isn't that amazing that we live in a time, in an era, where there's places for teenage queer youth and teenage trans youth to meet each other and realize I'm not the only person like this, And that was just a life-changing couple of years for me because I started doing drag there.
Oh, really? So
I was a charity queen.
15 or 16?
Yeah, at about probably around 14.
Wow.
My first iteration of drag is I would paint my face white, do white face kind of mime-looking drag, and me and my friend would go out on the streets, put out a hat, and the whole time we had a boom box and it would play music like from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, what do you see, you people gazing at me? And we would...
You need to bring that act back. That is the stuff.
I would act like a wind-up doll on the street, and my male counterpart would be the floppy doll dancing around me. We would make like $40 each in a couple of hours.
You're
that was
rich
my
at 15,
after-school
yeah.
job. So it started out like that. Jinx didn't talk. She was a wind-up doll. And then it was one night I was at the underage dance club in Portland called The Escape.
Okay.
So
everybody loves an underage dance club when you're that age.
So tons of drag queens at like age 16, 17. I'm going to this underage dance club. One night they need me to host the show because someone wasn't there. And Jinx found her voice, and it was a very angry one. But it's a lot of fun. I don't know, there's something about just kind of waking people up. I love live performance, especially nowadays that people are coming, Like nowadays I don't have to whore myself out on the street to fill an audience.
Right, yeah.
But I kind of like it when I can see something authentic happening in the audience, someone having an authentic experience, and then I get to talk to them about it, like, why are you choking right now? Or, what the hell are you doing here?
Exactly, the very Jinx Monsoon interview.
Yeah. So I have a lot of fun. I've just always wanted to be on stage.
Yeah.
So, all throughout my life, I've been training as an actor and a singer and stuff. I had a brief stint as a ballet dancer. It did not It didn't last.
Didn't work out for you?
I was the ballet dancer who always played the roles that everyone else didn't play because they were too good of a dancer.
Okay.
So, like, I played the Russian dancing bear, you know, with the accordion. This was the extent of my choreography, and I played the village idiot and stuff like that. Anyway, when I found drag, it was just another way to get on stage. It was another way to make people look at me constantly.
Right. And so you were in theater school, and you met major scales there, right?
Yeah, we were 2 of the 3 gay guys in our class, which for an acting school is astounding. That there were only the 3 of us. But he and I, we started working together in college. We came up with the Vaudevillians. And now we do tons of shows. We have a Christmas show that's all about being a disenfranchised trans Jewish drag queen at Christmas time.
Nothing more too traditional and family-oriented than that, darling.
Yeah, and we did a political show this last summer in Provincetown. I bet you can guess what that was about.
I think I can. Can you, Lady Red? Exactly.
Yeah, because I feel like if there's going to be a narcissistic, self-absorbed, orange-haired asshole running the country, why can't it be me?
Exactly. Now, there must be something special about having major scales as your constant collaborator. And you've kept a lot of your collaborators around you, your comedy collaborators, your outfit people. I mean, there's a safety, especially after you get thrown into the public, consciousness, to be able to have, you were luckier than a lot of those other girls that have come out there, where you didn't have to think of a single or figure out what you're going to do. You had material ready to go that you had been working on for years.
Yeah, I mean, I used Drag Race to take my career to where I always saw it going, and kind of skip over a lot of the rigmarole. Like Chad Michaels said it best, I have crawled through mud and shit on my hands and knees to get to, and I'm not nearly as old as her, but I've done some crawling.
Yeah.
I've been on my knees a few times.
Yeah, we went on the cruise together, girl.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I just got to kind of take the shortcut.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that there's a TV show that showcases the talents of drag performers, so much so to the point that now we can do anything.
Yeah.
What a novel concept. A drag queen can be a diverse individual person.
Shocking.
She doesn't have to be a lip syncer. She doesn't have to buck and twirl. She can sing. She can fashion model. She can do stand-up comedy for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Milking 3 jokes for 2 hours. It's just amazing that we can do whatever the hell we want to nowadays.
Now, what's the process like? Because you did a sequel to the Vaudevillians, right? But you had been developing that show for years, and suddenly to have to come out with that, and everyone expects it to be born in the same way as the show was. How has that changed since you've become so well known? There's less of a incubation process.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult because so much of being a live performer, the rehearsals aren't done until you have an audience. That's why lots of big shows do previews. So they're saying, hey, this is a preview, don't expect it to be perfect.
Right.
But we need an audience, and my work's not done until I've had a few audiences.
Yeah.
Because then you find out what's funny and what's not funny, you trim the fat. But it's hard because I used to be able to do the Vaudevillians for 12 people,
right?
And the stakes were low. And nowadays, it's if we're going to debut a new show, it's going to be ready to go right away. Luckily, I was pregnant in that show, and that did a lot of the work for me.
Oh, did it? And
just
the characters were there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But we do all kinds of things now. We're writing a new show based on my new album. So it'll be, it's a show examining mental illness in a fun way.
Oh, nothing more delightful than that.
Well, like I said, it's all about me. I make fun of myself more than I make fun of anyone else. So It's going to be a show taking a tour through my own neuroses for your enjoyment.
Well, I enjoy that, darling.
Hey Qween.